Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Star Wars: The Old Republic. You'll probably notice that some things have changed. Things look a little different. So since the last part, the new expansion, Legacy of the Sith, was released, and with it came a number of changes to the game, especially when it came to probably the gameplay side of things. Obviously, there was a new story involved, but that's for later, like, expansion stuff. In terms of what it changed when it came to how the game runs and is designed and gameplay as a whole, is being able... For one thing, look at the character screen. You can see a number of different changes here. When it comes to the layout of your character here, being able to mess with your inventory screen, these things here, mess with your gear. The outfitter, being able to swap back and forth between outfits. This is the big one, combat style. So they have now allowed you to be able to have two classes. Once you make this choice, it's, well... You're going to have to, there's no going back out of it. It made it clear that this is a permanent decision. So once you make this choice, you're stuck with it. But what's cool is that you don't have to necessarily go to this, there's a field respec thing, but you don't necessarily have to go see someone on the fleet anymore. Now you can just go ahead and swap if you're in a rest area. Like, if I'm on my ship, I can just swap back and forth between these. You'll also notice ability trees. Yeah, this is also something that came with it. You can be able to look at your abilities here. Loadouts. This is another big thing that caught people's attention, being able to have multiple loadouts. Not really something I'm concerned with this kind of leveling character. This is more so for, like, endgame stuff, if you have lots of stuff. This is something I hope to get in the next expansion of World of Warcraft, honestly. So we can be able to just simply utilize these when they're going to come back in WoW and Dragonflight. And being able to have this as well. Like, I think that would be fantastic. There's, of course, the companion screen if you want to be able to go ahead and mess with things like that. I don't have these things in slots for Vet. Partly because I don't really have anything in my collection at the moment when it comes to trying to do, make Vet appear the way I would want her to. I don't really have anything for Vet, honestly. I have some stuff in mind for Jason when we get to her, and I do have something for Quinn. In fact, I think I already put it on him. Let me just double check that.
Yeah. I'm here.
Yeah. So I gave him the Imperial Agent set, along with... no, never mind. I didn't change his weapon. But I did go ahead and give him that set that my Imperial Agent wears, just because I thought, it's an Imperial, kind of outfit. Yeah, I guess it kind of works. So,
I take my leave.
Anyways...
How's it going, my lord?
So yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and acknowledge that. You'll also notice my bar is different. That's why, because of the new tree and me trying to mess around with it and kind of learn it. Been kind of a learning experience. I also have a new Legacy title. I actually noticed I have quite a few new Legacy titles here. And I think maybe that's because over this past week when we had Star Wars Day, there was a big XP event on... in the game, whereas like server-wide, you were able to get 200% extra XP for doing anything. So during that time, I was taking advantage of it, adding some levels, because you notice this guy is now, he was level 29 in the last video, he's now level 38. And that's because I was going around from character to character, trying to take advantage of the fact that I was getting that, but also I was working towards something else. There was a specific achievement I was trying to accomplish because I wanted the reward that came from it, which was, let me find it, where is it? Flashpoint, there we go. This right here. With a little help from my friends. So if you do 40 of any combination of Flashpoints, Uprising, Starfighter, War Zones, or Operations with the Activity Finder, which is this right here, the LFG tool, basically for this game, you get a new companion, a Sith Lord named... Darth Hexid. She's a character you actually can meet later on in the expansion content, but you can have her unlocked for your account, just like those other three companions that you saw listed there, like Shay Vizsla and Nico Carr. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll go ahead and add another Sith character to my available companions here account wide if I wanted to. So, anyways, I was working towards that, basically spamming flashpoints the whole time, taking advantage of the XP. Like, okay, I'll use this to only get XP, but get some gear for characters, and yeah. So, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and mess with this discipline, see how it works for Juggernaut. I was messing with the, I guess, a Marauder version of the damage over time discipline. So we'll see how this one goes. I've been kind of messing with the others on a couple of other Sith Warriors I've got. So far I'm kind of liking this one, but we'll see. I will say, I got Impale at level 35, I think. And it's pretty nice. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and work on the warrior class story first before we do the planet primary or the story arc for the planet.
Sweet talk me all day, darling. The exchange is moving in on this operation of yours. No amount of sugar gonna change that.
Believe me, you're going to prefer the sugar to the spice. Take one step closer and there'll be 24 Siths surrounding you.
24? That's a dead giveaway, darling. You got none.
These are your last breathing moments.
Know what you say, Big Shot?
Ha! We've been trained to handle Sith. Kinda glad we get to show off. Kill the Sith.
You are idiots.
You have a flair for dramatic entrances. I probably could have handled that, but I'm grateful for your timing. You're the apprentice Darth Barris prepped for me, yes?
What exactly did he tell you about me?
Barris told me why you're here and how I can help. He neglected to tell me how dashing you are.
And Barris failed to tell me what an alluring woman you are.
Well, well. A Sith with a beating heart? Halidra...
Hold on. Let's take off my helmet for this.
You have a flair for dramatic entrances. You're the apprentice...
What exactly did he tell you about me?
Barris told me why you're here and how I can help. He neglected to tell me how dashing you are.
And Barris failed to tell me what an alluring woman you are.
Well, well. A Sith with a beating heart? Halidrel sets in. So you're here to take out Lord Rathari. Won't be easy. He usually just appears, devastates, then disappears. You'll have to draw him out. He's been making some major power plays, and disrupting them will get his attention.
Sounds like a plan.
Barris trusts me for a reason. First, Rathari's been strong-arming the Hutt cartel. From what I hear, they're close to signing over some important territories to him. He and his apprentice Giric are in conference with the Hutts at cartel headquarters. If you burst in...
Rathari doesn't sound like the type to negotiate.
You're right. He doesn't like talk, but he knows how to apply political pressure. The cartel is an imperial ally. Rathari can't just beat on them. He has to play diplomat. Unfortunately, the same applies for you. If things turn violent between you and the Hutts, better if there's no one left to identify you.
There won't be a heart left beating.
It could get hairy. Those oversized slugs have some pretty buff bodyguards. When all this intrigue is over and Rathari is a memory, maybe we can get to know each other better.
That will definitely be in order.
I look forward to it. I have a feeling you and I will get along real well. I've got a shipment of slaves to send out, but I'll be here if you need me. Good luck, my lord.
Just thought it would be a little awkward to flirt with her with my mask on. She's like, oh, I didn't know how dashing you were, and when she can't see my face. I just thought that would be kind of silly and awkward, you know? Alright, now, let's see. Where am I going? Alright. This is why, before I started recording, I flew around to all the different fast travel points here on the planet, so I could have all the fast travel stuff unlocked. All the taxi stuff, I meant. I use all the taxi points here, just so I can fly to each one, and then unlock all of these all around the planet, so I can just quickly just go straight to the next area. It's one thing I like about Nar Shaddaa is that you can just do this right from the get-go. It's pretty nice. Again, I'm sorry for the lack of music for us to listen to as we make our way through this, but I already had a content claim on one of the videos of these playthroughs I'm doing, even though the music was very, very light and soft because nothing else was happening and I wasn't saying anything at the time of that part. So it caught the music that was playing in the background, even though it wasn't loud, it was very, very light. I believe, there we go. I'm using this mount because it's actually one of those mounts that actually is makes it easier for you to just kind of ignore the trash around you. For one thing, it seems to help reduce the threat area, radius, that you generate, so you can just kind of not risk getting aggro on them. But also, it takes quite a bit of damage in order for them to actually daze you off of this mount. Compared to if I was using, say, the jetpack, they could just immediately dismount me, because it basically doesn't tank any damage and lets me get immediately dazed. Whereas this one, they have to really put a decent amount of damage in order to actually get me removed from it. So it's been pretty useful in getting around to areas, trying to avoid aggroing, or rather, not necessarily avoid aggroing, because here, basically, I can't help but aggro, but rather it's going to, you'll notice how much, yeah, I'm still not off my mount yet. Whatever. Also, as I have said, I'm usually still trying to learn things about this game. What I learned... Hold on, so what is that? Ooh, a lore object about slave trading on Nar Shaddaa. Oh, this will be an interesting read. The slave trade is one of the most profitable and pervasive industries on Nar Shaddaa. Although slavery is officially condemned by the Republic, rapid imperial expansion has caused a boom in the number of potential buyers. Recognizing the demand, the Hutt Cartel, the Nar Shaddaa Labor Alliance, and others established Nar Shaddaa as the galaxy's premier location for slavers to display and sell product. In addition to the expected slave markets and auction houses, entrepreneurs have built up an entire business infrastructure to facilitate the practice of buying and selling living beings as property. Intrepid businessmen offer inspection and appraisal of goods, security and transport services, and even long-term carbonite storage facilities. In fact, did I read this for you guys? So, what is Nar Shaddaa? Well, the so-called Smuggler's Moon is best known for one thing. Anything can be bought here if the price is right. It kind of reminds me of Ilium in Mass Effect. Nar Shaddaa orbits Hutta, homeworld of the Hutt Cartel, but exists as a power in its own right. Criminal organizations and legitimate enterprises operate side by side, regulated only by the Hutt's whims, gleaming skyscrapers, house corporations, casinos, technology shops, spice houses, and every other type of business imaginable. Although no world offers Nar Shaddaa's unique services, the city has a notorious murder and disappearance rate. Gangsters, pirates, slavers, and worse crowd the streets, and Republic and Imperial representatives compete for influence with the local powers. Strangers should be extremely cautious. So that's why you probably caught that Barris's contact is also dealing with slaves because, well, it probably helps bring in a profit for Barris.
Nobody better mess with us now.
You'll also notice, yep, Hutt Cartel worker, slave labor, Yep. Plus, these are the Hutts, and as we know, the Hutts certainly don't mind having slaves. I mean, we all remember what he made Princess Leia wear, right? Which, by the way, you can actually get here. In case you're also, I should also let you guys know that in this expansion, they got rid of the social points thing. You know that little social points bar that you had next to your character screen that had to, be filled out if you wanted access to certain items, including a certain set of apparel that you could get at the cantina here on Nar Shaddaa. You had to be social level 2 or whatever in order to do that, and the only way you could do that is by doing more stuff with other players, like the activity finder and such. So people would get into groups and kind of spam in order to level that. That's not a thing anymore in this game. And you can just go straight there and get it if you want. So, yeah. It's pretty provocative, if you catch my drift. So you'll notice we have a couple of huts here.
You would be wise to bend to the great Lord Rathari's will. Sign over the specified territories before he loses his patience.
Oyatuka changa kutupola do potata wanawanki.
I knew huts were spineless, but who knew they were gutless too?
Agwabaska bunyu waska.
I'll tell you who this is. This is the apprentice of an over-the-hill Sith named Darth Barras. Yes, that's right. My master and I anticipated your arrival.
Have you also anticipated your doom?
Uchuso yo mata chitoya. Nakmanoyo choskinawi.
I have no quarrel with you, but Rathari must die.
Te tropa kumani umpibuta malia bedwana ni bobo. Uchuso yo mata chitoya. Nakmanoyo choskinawi.
If you're stupid enough to stand against me, then you will die today.
Kili kali koka. Aguta palko chopting wampala hagwa kila jikoska. Cha porko udmangisa mitisa rota kopara. Tatanin chista luka. Ubaziki tanti ruha. Korweni naka kisonri fe opa utaguta.
Wow. Okay. In that case, all of you die.
What are the odds you huts survive my attack?
Uitpa mojo, pokachula, chanusa asubi mota. Kupaton titok makichisa chuola wamuni.
Our alliance begins with the death of Barris's slave. Attack!
So I just killed them and they're just standing there. Alive, apparently. Didn't I just kill you? By the way, I'm also contemplating swapping the set here because the thing is, the cape is driving me insane. You'll notice that times it just clips through the set and the body, and it looks so bad when it does that. So what I'm thinking is, I was messing around with this. I contemplated either doing this, which is kind of the alternate Revan set, which is not bad, or the Eradicator set, but keeping the Malgus Reborn mask, which I do like the mask. And you'll see this set is actually not bad. And I think we'll just go ahead and swap to this for now, because this cloak does not do that clipping thing like that other cape does. And it still looks pretty good, in my opinion.
Impossible. Lord Rathari will still be you and your master's downfall.
Your master will be as dead as you soon enough.
Okay, now they're apparently dead. I love this. They're both supposed to be dead, and yet he's like, okay, maybe he won't notice I'm still alive. I'll just... I yawned. Oh, I hope he doesn't notice. Don't notice. Oh, I gotta stretch my back. I just killed these huts, and this one's like, yeah, I'm still alive. Hope he doesn't notice I am. At least Iban was like, yeah, maybe we'll side with him. But Goltaka sealed their fate. So, anyways, we'll go back to here. It's a shame because I really like the Malgus Reborn set, but man, the clipping from that cape just drives me insane. I also considered the other mask I have, which is sort of goes with this, or at least doesn't really go with it. You can if you want to mix and match, but yeah. There's another one kind of similar to this called, this is the Eradicator set. There's another one, I'll even go ahead and show it to you here. What's it, no, hold on. What's it called?
You're good to go.
Actually, there's the other Malgus armor set. Where is it? Ah, there it is. You'll see the Exterminator set right here. It's very similar. Very, very similar. You can even see, as I preview it, looks extremely similar to what I already have on, doesn't it? Right?
Word spread through the streets that Rathari's conference with the Hutts was invaded and his apprentice killed. No one knows who slaughtered the Hutts, so I'm very impressed. The Empire's alliance is intact. It's too bad Rathari wasn't in attendance. But man, I bet he's fuming.
I'm sure our message was heard loud and clear.
Rathari is also on the verge of taking over the Republic's base of operations in the upper industrial sites. With his work with the cartel dashed, he's sure to pour himself into squashing the Republic garrison.
I'll keep banging down doors until I find him.
I love a man who's tenacious. Even if Rathari isn't there, when his operations are all thwarted, I know he'll come to you. A confrontation will be inevitable.
Let's see, where would I go next? Here? By the way, just as a reminder, in case you're wondering what's the level that I have the music, it's 2%. Now, I can very lightly, barely hear the music playing in the background, but I'm trying to make sure that it doesn't draw any claims. Now, it was at 3%, and it still got caught by that bot on YouTube. Hence the point I was making earlier about how, as much as I would love to just simply let the music play to kind of fill in some of these segments, I just kind of can't. You know? YouTube. Isn't it wonderful? It asks I love it when it just randomly will at times ask, how satisfied are you with how YouTube is for content creators? I have always put extremely dissatisfied. Like, just to help keep constantly making the point that you have made this a very unfriendly environment for content creators, where we are constantly living in fear of things like copyright strikes and almost anything else that can take our channels down every single day. And I know I'm not alone in that. Like, I'm a small channel, and I am always afraid of that. Whereas other bigger channels, some of them are kind of protected, but some of them are absolutely not. There are some other content creators that I've gotten in contact with and reached out to that they also will say that they also every day have to live with the fear of something that will come up that could actually be dangerous enough to actually put their channel in jeopardy. Like, it's not, big channels are not immune to this. They are still vulnerable to this. Until that kind of thing goes away, that fear that content creators have to live with every day, my answer is going to be the same every time. And just because I understand why doesn't mean it doesn't change the answer.
All better.
Alright, hold on. Now that we are in enemy territory, we'll put my mask back on. Oh, this is going to be fun.
Men, fall back. Rally here. My lord, what is the meaning of this? We are on the verge of striking a major blow to the Republic. I am General Clinton, commanding on the authority of Sith Lord Rathari, appointed to Nar Shaddaa by the Dark Council. Why do you attack the Empire's men?
If Rathari shows himself, no one else will suffer.
He is attending to other matters. You belong to Darth Barras. I was given instructions to destroy you if you were foolish enough to show your face here.
Wow. Okay, well, consider my face shown.
I'm right here. Do
In a
what
manner
you
of
must.
speaking.
My men are the best trained in the galaxy. You will be a minor interruption, and then I will finish obliterating the Republic garrison. Full attack!
My men are the best in the galaxy. I feel like I've heard this before. Didn't want to have to do that against the Imperials, but whatever. Hello, Republic.
Sir, the Sith's strength has been spent obliterating our enemy. We should strike while there's a chance.
After that display, Weglin, I believe fighting should be our last resort. Stay back and cover me.
Look at that, a Republic guy with a brain. He was like, are you kidding? Did you not just see what he did? Let's talk to him first.
I'm in charge of this defensive. I'm unarmed.
You risk much approaching me weaponless.
I doubt that a blaster would save me. We do not wish a fight, but we also cannot relinquish this area. What are your terms?
I will bring the Republic to its knees.
No, men, fire at will.
It will be the last time you ever do.
My lord, my base! My base is under attack! The last of my men and I are holed up in the command center, but the doors are about to give!
Get a grip on yourself.
Easy for you to say. You can't see the walls buckling. Ah! The command center's been breached! I've never seen such power. Oh no.
Okay. Let's go back and see what we can do. Gosh, the fact that that thing has no cooldown anymore is wonderful. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that thing used to basically... Okay, so this quick travel right here, that used to basically be the Hearthstone of this game, sort of. It obviously worked differently, but here's the thing. It used to have a huge cooldown. Like, it used to have like a half-hour cooldown. Now, there was actually a perk you could get that could reduce the cooldown. Yes, you had to, like, buy something in order to reduce the cooldown of your quick travel device. Otherwise, you always had a big cooldown on it. And, oh my gosh, I hated that! I'm so glad they got rid of that. Getting rid of the cooldown on that thing was one of the best things that they ever did. Again, they've made so many great convenience changes to help remove the grind from this game. It's absolutely wonderful. The fact that I can use this just anytime I want is fantastic. No, what's not fantastic is that they all got killed here.
It's clear Darth Barras failed to inform you exactly who you'd be crossing. This demonstration should make up for that deficiency. You want Agent Delicon. You want me. I won't be hard to find anymore. I'm on the roof of the satellite platform in network access. If you dare show, I will grant you a duel to the death. Be honored.
He's a moron if he thinks we're gonna walk into such an obvious ambush. right?
You can stay and hide here if you're afraid.
Not afraid. Just not keen on striding into certain doom without a plan. All right. Let's see what's waiting for us then.
I think this is where we go next. Yep. Alright, so this should be the last part of the class story here on SWTOR for the Sith Warrior, and then we will cut it off, and then in the next part I will try to go ahead and showcase to you guys the planet Primary here on SWTOR. And probably show the dark side variant. If you want to see the light side variant, I'm going to plan to do that with my Imperial Agent. And a little teaser, I may be considering swapping specs for her, if I did that right. I don't remember. But let's just say that Operative is, while I do like being able to use that to sneak by, at the same time, I was messing with my Sniper again, and I was like, huh, I actually forgot how fun and strong this class actually feels. Hello.
Nobody better mess with us now.
Did you see how much damage Impale did there? Pretty effective. I wonder if Rathari knew that I was going to just carve right through them. He was just kind of tossing his men out to the wolves. And hopefully this makes him go, gosh, he doesn't really care about us if he's just going to leave us out to die here against the Sith guy here that's coming for him, right? Alright, I believe that clears everyone out. There's Rathari. He won't be waiting for me for very long.
Lord Rathari, I presume. Finally, we come face to face.
Ah, you showed. You lack your master's caution. I applaud that. Delacon, Barris's lackey is here. So, say your piece, and do it before I kill this would-be assassin.
Barris is insane and paranoid. I was a faithful servant and my cover was intact. Did he expect me to accept being murdered for reassurance? Just wait for death?
Come, speak with Barris. Perhaps he'll listen to reason.
Do you think I'm stupid? Not a chance.
Delacon and everything he knows of your master's operations are mine now. In 100 years, when I am legendary within the Sith, your and Barris's deaths at my hands will not even be a footnote. However, I would never lower myself to duel a mere apprentice such as you. You haven't earned the honor.
I'm ready to kill you, however you choose to engage me.
You are every bit as infuriating as your master. These men are my elite guard, trained to take on Sith. Half of them could kill you, but I don't like to play favorites.
All right, then.
In that case, I'll destroy them all.
If you're in a hurry to die, I'm happy to oblige you. All attack!
Okay. Have I proven myself yet to you now, Rathari?
I yield. Never have I witnessed such raw power. The day and the planet are yours. I freely pass the scepter.
And then he kills him for me.
The telecon posed to you and your master has died with him. I hope it ingratiates me in some way.
Dude, that was my kill!
I was looking forward to doing that myself.
You are above such trifling tasks. Let others like myself do such deeds for you. It's clear to me now. Someday you will rise above your master. It is you, not I, who will be Darth Barris's end. Grant me mercy, so I may live to see it. Honor me with some small hand in it.
Mercy? Mercy? Beg to serve me.
I make you my minion to be called into service when I see fit.
Yes, I shall wait with patience for your summons. I leave you to your business, my lord. Remember, I am at your disposal, whenever you may seek to topple Barras.
From here on, that is your only interest in the galaxy.
You have siphoned all other ambition from me.
Glad this is finally over. Maybe we can go back to the ship and get off this rock, huh?
You haven't enjoyed Nar Shaddaa then?
What's to enjoy? So dark and scummy? Ugh, gives me the creeps. I just can't wait to get back to my quarters and grab some shut-eye.
Alright, so we will conclude the class story here on Nar Shaddaa on our ship later, but before we do that, I'm going to cut it off here. When we return, we will be doing the story arc on Nar Shaddaa. Stay tuned.